Okay, so we're going to start off having a quick look at the exam forms. We have a 5th Dan competitive exam form and a 5th Dan technical exam form. If you look very carefully, you'll see that these look to be exactly the same because basically they are exactly the same. So for the front and back, the only difference is in section 2, fundamental skills, the candidate chooses those for a competitive, and for a technical then the examiner chooses those, but that will be on the CSCS. On this form it looks identical. The other difference is in the pass mark. Now normally for all the technical gradings, then the pass mark is always 80%, whereas for a competitive grading there's a sliding scale starting at 70% for first Q, going for first Dan, and then by the time you get for fourth Dan, going up to 5th Dan, it's up to 80%, which is exactly the same as this. So ideally, basically, apart from the fact that one says competitive, that one says technical, these forms are basically identical. Okay, so let's have a look at the candidate's supplementary exam sheet. So this is a 4th Dan going for 5th Dan. Nothing to fill in for section 1 fundamental skills because, as it says, those are pre-selected. If you're going for 4th Dan, you've already done the 4th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st, so you need to choose. So you pick any 5 techniques that you like from the section 1 on the 1st Dan list, any 5 techniques on the 2nd Dan list, any 5 techniques on the 3rd Dan list, and any 5 techniques on the 4th Dan list. I've checked, these are all on the right lists. Okay, next thing we need to do is look at performance skills. So for 5th Dan, 7 techniques, and for each of these techniques there's a Renzoku waza, a Renraku waza, and a Keishi waza. So for instance, the candidate would do Ukigoshi into Uchimata, Ukigoshi into Kosarigaki, and Ukigoshi countered by Sukuinagi. Must do it that way, you can't do Uchimata into Ukigoshi, this one must be first. So 7 techniques, one of these has to be on the 4th to 5th Dan list. So if you look on the 5th Dan list here, so here are our 20 techniques. One of those techniques has to be on this list. If you look at Ukigoshi, it's on the list, so this is fine, and the rest of these can be any techniques that you like, so long as they are on the IGF 100. So don't use things like Munigatami because it's not an IGF 100 technique. Don't use things like Ko Uchi Gaki. That's also not on the IGF 100 list. They just call it as a variation on Ko Uchi Gari. So just make sure that those are not on your sheet. Section 4, performance skills. Again, 7 techniques. One of these has to be on the list. So if we look at this, Juji Gatami isn't on that list. Yoko Shogatami isn't on that list. Hiza Gatami, Uda Hishigi Hiza Gatami. So one of these is on the list. That's fine. And then lastly, for section 5, any 5 techniques into hold downs and any 5 techniques into either Kansatsueza or Shimoza. So these can be the same, they can be different, doesn't make any difference. Just make sure that these 5 are all different and these 5 are all different. So I can use Tomonagi in here, I can use Tomonagi here, but I can't go Tomonagi, Tomonagi. This particular student, candidate, they like Tate Shiogatami and Juji Gatami, obviously. If I'm looking at this as an examiner, I'm not going to be particularly happy because it doesn't really show me a wide range of skills and techniques, so they're going to have to go some to convince me that these are valid choices. Okay, let's have a look at the techniques then. So moving on to section 1, so all these techniques performed on the move and with standard grips unless there's a reason not to. So we'll start off with Sukuinage. There are 3 variations of this, it only needs to produce any one of the 3. And Sumi Otoshi.
Can you get it back, or do you want me to?
No, that's fine.
So, just take it further.
And Morotegari. Ukigoshi. Yeah. Yeah, I'll blame it all on Sash. And Ushirogoshi. Okoriashi harai.
Do that again.
Osoto guruma. Subamagaishi.
Yeah, so sublimation is the so can you tell me for please?
Sorry. It's not like
Harai goshi geishi.
Can I do that again, please?
Yeah.
I'll do that again. Off the crash
Third
mat.
time lucky.
I'm just stepping into the crash mats now.
And Uchimata geishi. Uranage.
Yeah.
Can we do it across so that we avoid beams? Because I don't want to. Yeah. And Zendaichi, safety first. Cool. And Ukiwaza.
Towards him. Start the feather.
Osoto Makikomi. Definitely use the crash mat on this one.
You defend, and then I can move the top. Yeah, just leave the top.
And then Kowatsugake, which is a kinchiwaza, a forbidden technique. So talk through Kowatsugake, please.
So, Kowatsugake, if we turn this way, I'll start with the standard grips, and then I wouldn't change my grips, but I'll just for the demonstration over the top. I would bring my foot through the middle, I would grip around the foot and hook my foot in the back, and then to finish the technique, I would, with my standard grips, throw it backwards as I lift the leg.
Brilliant. Tamiwaza, Kami Shihogatami. Ura Gatame. Okuri Eri Jimmy. Tsukumi Jimmy.
On the back, please. Tighten the
Uda Hishigi Hiza Gatame.
Yeah. That way facing me. Uda Hishigi, he's a katana.
Yes.
Okay. So I'll put you up on that knee. Okay. Facing there. Okay. So. Okay.
And Uda Hishigi Sangaku Gatame.
Just on the back here for me. Right. Good. Can you see the arm different?
Yeah. Okay, moving on to section 2. So again, this is a competitive skills rather than a technical, so the candidate has chosen these techniques. So from the first down list we have Taitoshi, Ogoshi, Tomoe nage. Kozure kamishi okatami. And Sangaku Jimmy. Okay, second down list. Ko Uchi Kaishi. O Uchigari. Hisa Guruma. Gyaku Juji Jimmy. And Ude Garami. Then from the third down list, Siotoshi. Hanegoshi.
Do you want me to turn a bit, or are you happy there?
That's fine. Ko Uchi Makakomi. And Oshiro Kasukatami. And Ryote Jimmy. And finally from fourth list, Kataguruma. Ko Uchigari. Kata Gatame. Hadaka Jimmy. Hadaka Jimmy. And Sode Guruma Jimmy. Okay, so now moving on to section 3, performance skills. So we're allowed unorthodox grips and contest variations. So we'll start off with Ukigoshi into Uchimata. And Ukigoshi into Kosotogake. And Ukigoshi countered by Sonage. Yeah. And ko uchigari into o uchigari.
Stand back off it.
Ko uchigari into seotoshi. And ko uchigari countered by tsubamagaeshi. Ko uchi.
Sorry.
I'm doing, yeah, effectively, yeah. So.
Okay, tayatoshi into ichimata. Tayatoshi into o uchigari. And tayatoshi countered by ko sotogake.
Oh, so to gap.
Ko sotogake.
So,
Yeah. Ippon seonagi into seotoshi. Ippon seonagi into ko uchimakikomi.
Can I do that again, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blame it on Uki again.
She blamed it on herself.
I did.
And Ippon seonagi countered by Taniatoshi.
I'll do it so we did as you can.
Okay. O sotogari into ko sotogari.
This is the lead hand variation. So I'm going to keep your weight until you leave. You're just going to through it.
O sotogari into sasai tsurukomiashi.
Yeah. So as an attack, sit on me. Can I do that again, please?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise you were doing last.
Yeah. So I'll just plant that foot. As I start moving up here, you just try and separate.
And O sotogari countered by O sotogaishi. Uchimata into tayatoshi.
Step.
And uchimata into sumigaishi.
And then left this time. Keep your grip on this here. Attack.
And uchimata countered by yokoguruma.
Step off and then go into it, okay?
Yeah.
So as I step off, I'm going to put your foot back down.
And okuriashi barai into O sotogari.
This one. That's one step. Put your feet together.
Okuriashi barai into haragoshi.
This time, you're going to, instead of just bring your legs together, you're going to bring it just stop with it.
And okuriashi barai countered by ko uchigari.
So this is the thing where, over. Yeah, and full step. Ready? Can I do that again?
Yeah.
I told you.
I prefer it with sound effects. Nice. Okay, section 4, performance skills on the ground. So we have Juji Gatami with Uki and a ball. And Yoko Shogatami, Uki applying Juji Gatami.
Just keep trying to get the juji in. Good. Keep trying to get the option in. Come on.
Okay, Hisagatami, Uki between legs. Katate Jimmy into Juji Gatami. Are you doing Katate Jimmy into Juji Gatami or Juji Gatami into Katate Jimmy?
I was doing juji Italian to Katate Jimmy.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I got that wrong. I'll be back.
Okay, so Katate Jimmy from Juji Gatami. Can you turn so that I can see Sashi's head? So, yeah, that's it. Perfect. Okay. Kazuri Kazugatami and Yoko Shogatami.
Sutami into Yokoshi.
Yeah.
You get the arm over the top.
Cool. Sangaku Gatami and to Sangaku Jimmy. You're doing Sangaku Gatami into Sangaku Jimmy or Sangaku Jimmy into Sangaku Gatami. Works either way. Okay. Okay, and Katakatami, escape into Kezakatami. So Sasha applies Katakatami.
Oh yeah, this is a fun one. I think it was Kazura Kenzakatami on my sheet. I might have just written it wrong.
No, Katakatami.
It is, yeah. Okay, sweet.
Again, loving the sound effects. And then lastly on to section 5, transitions. So Tomonagi into Tata Shogatami.
So that's our sheet to say.
Tomonagi into Tata Shogatami.
Long? No, I didn't.
10 techniques. 10 techniques. And Yoko Guruma into Tata Shogatami.
Yeah.
And Sumigaeshi into Tata Shogatami.
Same grips.
Yoko Wakari into Kozuri Kazugatami. And Hikikomi Geishi into Tata Shogatami.
Try and stand. Into.
Tata Shogatami.
Sorry.
Okay, and Ippon Seonagi into Juji Gatami.
This one. Rotate into.
Yeah. Who put that there? And Taitoshi into Jujikatami.
Try and separate into the
And Tomonagi into Jujikatami.
this one. Clear it towards you. Try and stay on top. It's great. Try and net them.
And Ukuriashi Prai into Jujikatami.
This one. No, I'll do that.
And finally, Ko Uchikaishi into Jujikatami.
So this one. Coach again. When you go down, you're going to try and rotate into your belly. You're going to apply it. Watch your belly and you get highlighted with your feet. Can I do that one again?
Yeah.
See what we go for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I want to do it.
No, you.